A formal welcome to everyone. This is the third video lecture of this series for class 5th of computer subject. So today we will discuss our chapter 3, which is knows about Windows. So in this chapter we will discuss more about the Windows 7, that what are the features it has, what are the icons, what are the things, what are the functionality it has. Okay. So first of all, we know that the operating system is an interface in between of the computer system and the user, that it manages, it controls all the hardware as well as the software. So the Windows 7 is an operating system which is developed in Microsoft organization, and the founder of the Microsoft organization is, everyone knows very well that Bill Gates is the founder of the Microsoft organization, and Windows 7 is the operating system which is developed by the Microsoft. So it has the feature that it provides the basic rules according to which a computer should work, and it helps the computer programs to recognize all the inputs and send to the outputs to the monitor, right? So there are some components of the Windows 7. When we switch on the computer system, when we boot the Windows, then the first screen which is displayed is known as the desktop, right? So we will discuss about the various components, various features of the desktop, or the various components of the desktop. Yes, so the components of the desktop means, first one, the desktop icons, that it has on the desktop screen. There are a lot of icons. So the desktop icons represent files, folders, directories, applications, and the removable media like CD or the DVD, right? So when we know that, we all know that an icon is a small graphical representation of the program or file, and when we clicked on it, so it will get opened. So the desktop has the following icons. By default, it has some icons which is by default on the desktop. When you placed or placed not, it is default. By default, it is placed always in the desktop. So there are three icons. First one, we have the computer. As you can see on the pictures too, that there is a computer structure. This is the computer icon which displays information about hardware, network status, operating system, and your hard disk. Then second one, we have the network, that it displays network services that we can access. Some of the services might require authentication in the network icon. Then the third one, we have the recycle bin, that it contains files and folders that have been deleted. It works like a dustbin used for throwing unwanted papers. So let's go through the further, that how we can do some manipulation, some modification in our desktop screen, or Windows 7 we can say. So there's a first method, that how can we change the screensaver. So first of all, we need to understand that what is a screensaver. So the screensaver is a computer program that gets displayed on the screen or fills it with the moving images when the computer is not in use. Okay, so that is that is known as the screensaver. So there are some steps by which we can change the screensaver. So the first step, we have the click the right anywhere on the screen of the desktop. Step 2 is click personalize from the contextual menu. A new window opens on your monitor that gives us option to select any screensaver. So there are a variety of the screensaver, and we can select any one of them. Then step 3, we have the click a theme to select the new screensaver that we want to use. Then step 4, click OK and apply the new screensaver. And the step 5, we can preview it by clicking the preview button. So this is the method, that how can we change the screensaver. Let's go further. Then next, we have the desktop gadget. So a gadget is a small application that performs simple functions such as displaying the time, the calendar, the weather, the notes we have. Okay, so the Windows 7 gadgets are the calendar, clock, weather, feed headlines, CPU meter, currency, etc. So there are some steps, that how can we add the gadgets on the desktop. So the step 1 is right click on the empty place on the desktop and choose gadgets from the pop-up menu that appears. Step 2, to add one to your desktop, simply drag it onto the desktop. Step 3, when we have done adding gadgets, click the cross to close the gadget chooser, and so this is how we can add the gadgets, and in the similar way we can also remove the gadget which is exist on the desktop screen. So step 1, to remove the gadget, that right click on the gadget and click on the close gadget, or there is another option too, that position the mouse pointer on the upper right corner of the gadget, and when the X sign or the cross sign appears, click on it. Okay, so this is the way how can we add and how can we delete the gadget on the desktop screen. The next one we have the changing the color of the windows. So to change the color of the windows borders taskbar, we can follow the steps. The steps are: the step 1, right click anywhere on the screen of the desktop computer. Then step 2, click on the personalize option from shortcut menu. Step 3, click the windows color option. Step 4, select the color we want to fill. Step 5, click on the save changes button, so the color will be changed. So this is the method by which we can change the color of the screen. Go the further. Next, what we have, the sticky notes. So first of all, what is the sticky notes? So sticky note is a small program available in the Microsoft Windows 7. So it can be placed anywhere on the desktop screen. So the notes can be resized and painted using a variety of colors. Suppose you want to write some notes which is needed to be remembered, so can remember by this way, by using the sticky notes. Okay, then these are the steps to add the sticky notes on the desktop screen. The first one we have step 1, that click a start button, then all program, go to the accessories and go to the sticky notes. Then step 2, type the text of the note, that whatever the text required for you can type the text on the sticky note. Then step 3, when we finish entering the note text, simply click somewhere on the desktop outside the sticky note itself. So the sticky note will be placed on your desktop screen. In the similar way, if we want to delete the sticky note, so to delete a note that we no longer need, so click its delete button in the upper right corner. It has the delete button on the right corner, so you can delete from there. Then go to the next है that games in the Windows 7, that we have the variety of games available in the Windows 7. So there are lots of games, as your solitaires or your some racing games we have in this, maybe some light weighted game we have in the Windows 7. So these are the steps that how we can open the games. So step 1, that click on the start button. Step 2, click on the all program. Then step 3, that click on the games. So a drop down menu opens, and step 4, select game, any game that we want to play. So we can play, suppose for example that I have already told you that there is a solitaire, spider solitaire, you can choose that game, so it can be played. Okay, so go to the next one we have the Windows Explorer. So Windows Explorer is an application that shows us the detailed information about the files, the folders, the drive. So it can be used to manage and organize our files and the folders. So we can view, we can create, we can delete and copy, move, rename, search files. So with this kind of modification and manipulations we can do by using Windows Explorer. So these are the steps to open the Windows Explorer. So there's a step 1, click on the start button, go to the all program, go to the accessories, then go to the Windows Explorer option. Or there is another option too, that we can simply click on the start button and select computer option from the right pane, and there's a step 2, that the Windows Explorer screen will appear as it is shown in the picture you can see here in the slide. So this is how we can open the Windows Explorer. Next, what we have, so Windows Explorer is used to manipulate the files and folders by creating or deleting or copy or moving or renaming it or searching the files. So there is some manipulations. The first one we have, that how can we copy a file or folders. So copy means when we copy a file or folders, we create a duplicate copy of the selected file or folder in any other location. Okay, so we have the same file, but the copy of that file we have in the other folders or the drives. So there's a steps by which we can create the copy of any file. The step 1, we have double click on the computer icon and we will see the hard disk drive or the CD DVD drive, removable devices or whatever it has, and the other network location also which is connected to the computers. Then in step 2, the double click the D drive, for example, or any other, if you want to choose E or F drive, you can choose. So the icon to find all the files and folders stored in this drive. Step 3, select particular file or folder that we wish to copy, and now we can click on the organize button to select the copy option from the drop down menu. That as given in the pictures too, the picture is also given here. Then step 5, select the place where we wish to keep the copied file. Now click on the paste option in the organize drop down menu. So we will find that the file gets copied at the new location which we have selected already. Okay, so these are the steps that how can we copy the file or folder. Will be also copied by using the same steps. Okay, so next one we have that how can we rename a file or folder. What existing file, that how can we rename the existing file. So there's a steps what we need to follow. That the step 1 is right click on the file or folder to select the rename option from the shortcut menu, and the step 2, choose and write the new name and press enter key, so the file will be renamed. Okay, next one we have that how can we move a file or folder to the other location, from one location to another location. How can we shift, how can we move, how can we shift any file or folder from the previous location to the new location. So there's a steps. That step 1, select a particular file or folder that we wish to move the another location. Step 2, we can click on the organize button to select the cut option from the drop down menu. Step 3, we have the select the new place where we decide to move the file or folder. Then step 4, click on the paste option in the organize drop down list. Then step 5, we have the selected file or folder gets shifted from the original location to the chosen place. Okay, so this is the steps that how can we move our file or folder to the new location. Okay, then next what we have that how can we delete the existing file if we not needed longer. Okay, then there's a step 1 that select the file or folder which what we want to delete, and the step 2, click on the organize button to select the delete option in the drop down menu. Then step 3, a message box or the pop-up window will appear and ask to you that yes or no. If you want to delete it, click on the yes button, or otherwise no. And the step 5, we have the selected file or folder will get deleted. So these are the steps by which we can delete the file and folder. Next what we have, once we have deleted the file and folder, it will stored in the recycle bin. So how can we restore the deleted file and folder from the recycle bin? So there's a steps to restore the file and folder from the recycle bin. So step 1, we have click on the recycle bin. Step 2, select the file or folder we wish to restore. Step 3, click on the restore item option on the toolbar. Then step 4, we will find that the selected file or folder gets moved from the recycle bin to be restored to its original place from where it was deleted. So it will restore on the same location. Okay, so we have done with the restoring the file and folder from the recycle bin. What is next, that now how can we search, how can we find out the files and folder from the, if we don't know the drive's name, if we don't know the location, so how can we find out how can we search the files and folders. So there's steps to find out the files and folders. Step 1, click on the start button. Then there's a search box. So at the search box, bottom of the left pane can be seen, as it is in the pictures also. You can see in the picture on the slide which is shown to you. Then step 2, type whatever we remember about the file or folder. So suppose we know only the hints of only some alphabets of the name of the file, so we can type those alphabets by searching the file. Then step 3, we have, while typing we can see the items that match with our text. So the files and folders which are matching with the existing text what we are writing, so all the files and folders will be displayed. So step 4, we have the select the desired file or folder and it will be open in a new window. Okay. Step 5, we can also click on the see more result link to get detailed list of our file or folder. So the search result window will get displayed. The last step, we have click on the search result file or folder to open it. So this is how we can search our file and folder जिसका हमें नाम ना पता हो, which is not identified by us, maybe we forgot the exact location, exact name of the file and folder. So now our chapter is finished here. So this is the way how can we work on the Windows 7, how can we manage the file and folders, how can we manage the drive, how can we cut, how can we copy, how can we move the files and folders to the new location. So these are the steps and we should follow these steps to perform these tasks. Okay, so this is our chapter is finished here. Thank you so much.